Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast with your fishing report from the 12th of August. Down here, Buoy 10, let's just get this out of the way. The ocean, there were a few folks that went out on the ocean and they did fair. Some did good. They had to pay a price for it. We had a stiff north wind, and so there were some folks that went way to the north, to the 25 line, quite a bit up the beach there. Actually didn't get a report for how those folks did, but hopefully they did well because they paid a steep price for pounding their way up there. It was good up there yesterday. But there were some folks that fished just north of the green line, and over time they got their Chinooks. Again, they earned them, so good for those guys that did it. A lot of people in the river today. It is a Saturday. It is peak season, and there's a lot of fishermen around, a lot of baits in the water, so it gives you a good idea if there are any biters. Certainly got the impression there were plenty of fish in the river, lots of fish on the marking on the screen. But the bite was not good, wasn't good. A lot of people struggled. Some of the best fishing again happened in the morning hours, the last part outgoing tide and the first part of incoming. Mostly around marker 1 down to buoy 11 and buoy 10. There were folks that did fair up by buoy 10 on the first part of the push, but I gotta say the tides are sure wacky. I haven't ever really seen it like this before. I mean, we're in max flood today for a good part of the morning, and we were still doing a downstream troll. I mean, it came from a minus tide, minus 2/10 tide, so the push should have been strong enough to hold us in place, and it did in some places, but in a lot of places you can still make a forward troll progression. So I think the earth must be off its axis because the tides are weird, taking forever to turn. So I don't quite understand it, but we're gonna live with it. It is what we got moving down here. There's always some creature. I don't even know what that is. There's always some creature in what the hell? Can anybody tell me what that creature was? It's a different neighborhood here in East Astoria. Back to fishing. So yes, tides are weird. The bite was off. More and more people are talking about hardware in the warm water, catching fish. I'm gonna try some wobblers tomorrow to see if that draws any strikes. But we had just 3 bites today. I told the folks at 11 o'clock that we could do a half day because the afternoon yesterday was challenging, as it was today. There were some folks that did catch fish close to Tongue Point today at high tide. I don't know if that bite's going to last much longer. The tides are getting a little bit bigger, so that typically turns off the Tongue Point bite, but there was a flurry of fish caught way up there, high in Anchorage and up at Tongue Point, top of the tide, and I don't believe it was long-lived. Definitely the better fishing took place from marker 1 down to buoy 10 on the last part of outgoing and especially the first part of incoming. So, but a lot of empty boxes today, mine included. I'm gonna stick with hardware. I'm gonna get after it again tomorrow. I got no special solutions to the salmon quagmire, but at the end of this video, the highlight of the day, even though I didn't see it, was a pod of 3 orcas. Apparently, we're just in the shallows inside of marker 3. So take a look at that video that was sent to me by Brandon McGavran, professional fishing guide from Southwest Washington. Pretty cool stuff. He caught those orca doing breaching almost simultaneously. So I don't know what they were doing over there. A couple of boats went over there and pushed him out of there, pushed him down to the A jetty, maybe back out to sea. Not only is that immoral, but it's illegal. So thanks for scaring away our seal biters, our seal eaters. Nice move. Don't, if I see the numbers on your boat, I'm going to report you to NOAA. Don't do that. We need those things in a river. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a 7 a.m. start. We're going to have another minus tide tomorrow morning. You know how I feel about minus tides and why waste your time when it's screaming out. But the way the tides have been so wacky, who knows what the heck's going to happen. But I'm pretty sure they won't start biting until we get close to low slack and the first part of incoming. Hopefully, like they did today, even though it was somewhat limited. So good luck Sunday if you get out. We're certainly in no danger of a premature closing the way the fishery's been here the last 3 days, so stay safe out there. The ocean's going to stay big and only get bigger over the course of the next several days. The swell's been still somewhat tame. Wind has been the factor. There's been actually small craft advisories starting around noontime. I think that'll stay consistent. So be careful out there. The swell starts to build come Monday, and the ocean shouldn't even be an option after tomorrow. And even a little bit, you'll work for them if you get outside and fish in the ocean tomorrow. So looking at the Chinook guidelines for the ocean north of Falcon fishery, I imagine we're still not quite to 50% of our impacts there. So hopefully that ocean Chinook option lasts for a while, because there should be a pile more coming. All right, be good. Oh!